All right, welcome everybody. It's Money Monday with the team. We are sitting here talking about the great things we're going to be having coming up this week. Now we are going to go into a training by one of my favorite trainers.
Let's talk lead gen now. Let's recap.
So, little background. I noticed, we want to make this simple and easy process for everybody, and we're going to start it from the very beginning. So this is going to be simply one of the biggest struggles we have in the beginning of our business with our real estate business and our marketing business is leads, right? Right now in such a competitive market, without the bigger, more strategic marketing budgets, not to say you can't do it. This right here, talking to people, 3-foot networking, this is how I've raised my most capital, where I've gotten my most resources for my real estate business and for my marketing business, right? So remember, you always implement this and you treat it as one business. It's all sales, people, properties, and resources. And we're going to be showing you how talking to people, 3-foot rule, those different type of things, how you're going to be able to generate leads for your marketing and your real estate business.
Remember, we take names, emails, and phone numbers, and we put them into our funnel, right? We spit out some money. Now, our funnel is 4 steps. Find the people. This is what we're talking about here. Some lead gen, right? Then we got tell the story. Okay, then we have build for events. And then the money maker, follow up. Follow up, follow up. Okay? So remember, in here, we're adding value. When they come to the meeting, we tell the story, we're adding value. Okay, they come to the follow-up, they come to the house tour. All they're doing is just receiving so much value that the scales tip and they either go, I can't handle this much value, I gotta go, or holy crap, this is what I'm getting for free, I can't wait to sign up. Right? Value, 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 value. Yes, okay. Go find the 20 grand. It's not that hard. If you see $1 million in value, 20 grand is not that hard. Right? We drop off the zeros. It's $100 value for $2. You're going to go find $2 if I'm going to give you $100, right? So these people, as long as they're getting information in a professional way, even if they don't have the money, doesn't matter, right? They'll say, I don't have the money. You say, good. Neither did Michael, neither did Scott, neither did Tom, neither did this guy or that guy or John or Mitch or James. No one had the money when they got started. So technically, Mr. Customer, you're not special. All right? All of us were broke, and that's why this company was so attractive to us. So if they say, I don't have the money, you say, that's awesome. Let me show you how to get started with just $1. Okay, so how are we going to find these people? So here's what I do. There's 2 ways to go about this. If you already have a network versus you don't and you have to build one. Okay, so if you already have a network, you're coming into this, and you're going, you know what? My peeps need this. Then what I'm going to suggest is you organize your list based off of a few questions. First one is, my grammar teacher is going to love this. With whom would you like to be in business? Right? Let's not end our sentences with prepositions. With whom would you like to be in business? Okay? Not who's going to buy a combo, because once you enroll them, you kind of got to work with them. You don't have to, but if you don't, that's kind of weird. So question number 1, with whom would you like to be in business? Then we start making our list based off of that. Then once we've compiled our list, Bob Snyder recommends 200. Sit down, put 200 names on a list, get it done in half an hour or so. Then we're going to ask a couple more questions to start organizing them. Okay, so let's say we got our names here, and then we got a couple columns to answer these questions. So the first question is going to be, are they an entrepreneur? Yes or no? So this person's a yes, this person's a no, that person's a yes, that person's a yes, that person's a yes, that person's a no. Okay, you get the point there. Are they an entrepreneur? Or have they always talked about wanting to be an entrepreneur? Next is, are they interested in real estate? Yes or no? Well, this person is, that person's not, that person is, that person's not. Start punching down that column. Then the next question is, do they pay too much taxes? Yes or no? Yes, no, no, yes, no. Start working it. Next is, do they want to make more money? Right? If they're a socialist, don't call them. Just kidding. That was a joke. You got to save the socialists. Bring them over to capitalism. It's the only way. Do they want to make more money? Yes or no? Well, this person does. That person does. Most yeses on that column. But we still want to stay organized with that. Okay, so are they an entrepreneur? Are they interested in real estate? Do they pay too much in taxes? Do they want to make more money? And then what we'll try to figure out, if we can remember, is what is their major complaint in life? And that'll be over here, right? No vacation, paychecks are small, no family time, right? Commute sucks, boss is an idiot, right? What is their major complaint in life? Now that you got your list of 200 folks, you're going to organize it into the 4 yeses, and you're only going to call your 4 yeses. Once you've called all 4 yeses, then you'll call 3 yeses and 2 yeses, and by that time, you should be 5-star. Okay, 10 contacts, 10 intelligent contacts, 1 combo, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1. And then if you understand their major complaint, or if you're putting this list together and you don't know, then go ask your wife or your spouse, because they listen to people's complaints a little bit more and care. And so if you don't know, then ask. Peterson. What's up? Oh, thought you had a question. Okay. So that's one way. If you already have your network, this is how you're going to organize it. So you're not making millions of phone calls. You're going to make about 25. And in those 25, you'll get 5 to 10 people to say, yes, I'm interested. I'll show up. Then about half of them who watch the information sign up. Now remember, they don't just sign up because they sat in the room. You have to build for the next event, and you have to follow up. You have to help them find the money. You got to help them see the comp plan. But if you help them with all those steps, about 5 hours or so total from contact to close, you stay with them, help them get the information they're in. Okay, I got a guy on my team, youngest teammate. His name is Rolando. Youngest teammate, bought a combo. He had $8,000 of his own money. We had to wait until he turned 18 so he could sign up, put his own $8,000 in, borrowed $12,000 from his mom, bought his combo. He decided to do the marketing. He was doing real estate, focusing on that for a while, and then I told him, hey, I'm going to start playing in Seattle. Why don't you start marketing? And he said, okay. I've never really done it. English is my second language, but I'll do it. Let's figure it out. So in the last 2 weeks, he's been marketing, made some phone calls, and he's already made 2 sales. He's brand freaking new, but because he took the action, he's getting the result. That's all it comes down to, is he took the action. He was scared. You can ask him. He'll admit it. He was scared, but now he's got 2 checks coming from Renatus, and he's getting a certification pin. So he just took the steps. If you guys are making up a story about, oh, I can't call this person because, I can't call that person because, you're missing the point of the exercise. What's up, Ron? Okay. All these people with pretend questions. That's all right. Okay. Don't make up a story about this person's interest. Don't make up stories. Okay, don't make up excuses. Oh, well, last time I talked to this person, they were in a bad mood. Who cares? You don't know. Maybe they had diarrhea. You don't know. Don't make up stories. Okay. Last night we had a guest who right at the end of the meeting ran out. Now I could have sat there and made up a story and gone, oh man, we pissed him off. We made him mad. Don't make up stories. Right? I contacted him later. He said, sorry, my wife asked me to come straight home. That was it. He was just going home. Okay. He had nothing. He wasn't upset at all about the meeting. So don't make up stories and you'll be in a much better position. Okay, now what if you don't have a network? What if you're like me and your network is made up of Jiffy Lube employees, right? Kids and convicts. What are you going to do? Well, let's understand what is attractive. We understand to attract attractive people, we must be attractive. To attract attractive people, be attractive. So what makes people attractive? Honestly, think about it. In your world, when you're thinking about people and you're attracted to them, what are like the top three? Put it in the chat or come off mute. What are like the top three things that make someone attractive? What makes somebody attractive? Word, what's up?
Their attitude.
Attitude. Love it. Attitude. Right on. Okay. What else?
Fun
What
to
else?
be around.
So attitude, energy is incredibly attractive. And then the typical one, looks. Right? If I showed up to the meeting or if I was walking through the airport and I wasn't dressed appropriately and then the credit card guy's like, hey, you want 80 million Sky Miles? And then, I decided to step over and talk to him. I'm like, you know what? I'm a millionaire. I don't need your stupid credit card. But I'm not dressed appropriately. He's just going to roll his eyes and say, okay, funny guy, get out of my face. Right? So looks are important too. If you're an auto mechanic, looks don't really matter. You're in the back, you don't ever see anybody, doesn't matter. But in what we're doing, everyone is looking, right? In the real estate world, everyone is looking. In the marketing world, they're looking. We want them to look. So let's make sure that the looks are attractive, okay? And in a professional way. That's all. It's easy. Right? Put on a tie, right? Unless you're in Hawaii. I tried that once and got made fun of. Don't wear a tie in Hawaii. But other than that, put on a tie, right? Okay, so that was self-explanatory. We know what looks good and we know what we're attracted to. So just make sure that the cover lines up with the content. All right? And real quick, don't be one of those people that says, well, I don't like it that people judge. They do. So get over it. Okay, energy. What kind of energy? Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is contagious. Okay, now this is why I'm talking about this for the lead generation side of things. Your enthusiasm is contagious. I think there's an E in contagious somewhere, maybe. Contagious. So you could be week one, brand new, not know anything, and it's kind of to your advantage. But if people pick up on your enthusiasm and they go, wow, I haven't seen you this excited about anything, whatever. Yes, this is why. Right? So when I went back to Jiffy Lube after I saw this, I didn't know how to explain a self-directed 401k, but I knew that it existed. So I was excited about it. And so that's why the Jiffy Lube manager decided to come to the meeting. And he was my first guy that signed up. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was so excited. And he didn't even consider real estate. He was like, this job sucks, got to make some money. But he wasn't like, hey, I'm going to be a real estate mogul, right? But when he saw our process and that we turn people into real estate investors, he jumped on board. Okay, so your enthusiasm is contagious. Now, it's the same whether you are a warm market or cold market, whether you know them or not. Your energy is contagious. So that also has to do with this attitude. Okay, your attitude of gratitude, right? Your attitude of gratitude is magnetic. So if you got your looks lined up and you're contagiously magnetic, then you're as attractive as can be. So the people who have resources and a positive attitude are going to join. But if you don't have your looks lined up, right? Like you guys know how I felt about Nate Lambert's shoes, right? Last year, he was like, well, I want to wear these comfy ones on my feet all day. And I said, well, go buy the fancy comfy ones, right? Right? He's a millionaire wearing $20 shoes. And then people come up to him and go, something's not right here. And it was costing him money. Changes his shoes, and now all of a sudden people are buying him. He's getting compliments on his shoes. He actually asked me, he's like, did you tell people to compliment me on my shoes? No, dude, those are just good-looking shoes, right? We're attracting attractive people. Got to get those looks lined up. But you also know that Nate has enthusiasm for life, right? He's an excited guy. And you've never heard him complain once. He does have that attitude of gratitude. No, never complains. Even when I was telling him he looks like a bum, he didn't complain. He went and changed it. Okay, so here's why I brought this up. Because if your attitude's on point, your energy's on point, your looks are on point, then your lead generation becomes incredibly easy. So I focus on 3-foot rule, drop cards, meetup. Okay, the 3-foot rule is basically anyone within 3 feet of you, you just throw out a question. What is my favorite question? You guys remember my favorite lead generation question? Simple, quick, easy qualifier, talking to the right person, you'll know immediately. What is that question?
Have you ever considered investing in real estate?
Yeah. Have you ever, that's a long time, have you ever considered, that's not even a decision, it's a consideration. Have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? And the reason why this is an amazing question is because no matter what they say, yes or no, it's still a setup for your next sentence, your next statement. Have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? No. Oh, wow, really? Well, did you know that real estate makes the most millionaires? It's the easiest to get into, and you can probably close your way to $1 million in less than 3 years. They're going to go, what? I had no idea, because they never considered it. But then those other people considered it. Yeah, I watch those shows all the time. I read this book. My mom is in it, my cousin, you know. Yeah, I've considered it, but I can't cuz. And then that's where you step in. So this is my favorite question. Now, if they say no and they have a shitty attitude, then I'll just say, okay, just curious. Have a great day. Bye. But if they've got a inquisitive attitude, a curious attitude, even just a neutral attitude, because enthusiasm is contagious, I can get them enthusiastic about real estate. Okay, so my 3-foot rule. That's what I was saying, like when I walk through the airports and those guys, hey, Sky Miles. I'm like, man, you got a great attitude. Are you getting paid what you're worth? And they're like, what does that mean? Then I just say this next question. Well, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? No. Okay, well, hello, my name is Michael. Nice to meet you. I'm a recruiter for the #1 real estate investing company in the country, and I like your attitude. Now, you're into sales, right? You're standing out here peddling credit cards. But what if you got sick? How would you make your money? What if you lost your job? How would you make money? With real estate, you can't get fired. You're your own boss. So I'm putting together a team of real estate investors, running a training. I know it's not for everybody, but if you're interested, you consider getting involved in real estate, let me get your info and I can shoot you over how you can get involved, who we are, what we do, and why we're so successful. If it's not for you, that's cool. But if it is, great. So what's your phone number? What's your email address? Great. I'll talk to you soon. That's exactly what I did. I'm going to the airport in like 3 hours, and then I'm going to do it again. 3-foot rule. How much did it cost me for that lead? Nothing. Okay, you're at the airport early, or you're at the mall. You know what I do? Get a shoe shine. $7. Tip them $3, $4. But now you got an audience member, 5 or 10 minutes. Talk to them. Get to know the person. Ask them, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? You haven't? Well, I didn't either until someone shared this with me. That's why I thought I'd share it with you. Everywhere you go, the grocer, okay? So now when let's keep talking about 3-foot rule. Now, if you're at the grocery store, okay, I'll do this too. Grocery store, all right, I'm going in for some kimchi or kombucha or something where I got to go ask a person, hey, where is the wasabi pellets? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if we have any. Let's go look. Okay, where is the tahini sauce? I don't know. Let's go find it. Okay, I'm at the grocery store. Now the person helps me, points it. Maybe they know where it is. They point it, and I say, okay, great. Then I'll do one thing. This is called the confess and attack approach. Confess and attack. Right? So imagine you're walking to the store. Hey, where's the kombucha? He says, oh, it's right over there. Take a step, turn back, say, hey, I'm a little uncomfortable asking this, but I just feel like I need to ask. Have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What you're saying is I'm a little uncomfortable asking you this. That's the confess part. And then the attack is just a question. Confess attack. Cameron came up with a long time ago. All you have to do, the confess, is literally just tell them how you feel. Hey, I don't do this a lot, or hey, I'm kind of out of my comfort zone asking, but, and then you go right into it. And it's the same thing. They say no, or they're very dismissive, say, okay, thanks, go get your thing and leave. Okay, it's that same thing. Confess and attack can work everywhere. Hey, I'm a little nervous to ask you this. And you just ask. When they're nervous and they go, when you say that you're nervous, their wall immediately goes down. When you say, hey, their wall goes up. When you say, I'm nervous, their wall goes back down. Then you can say, you ever consider getting involved in real estate? It's an incredible field, right? So remember the formula. Remember our little funnel? Find the people, tell the story, build for events, follow up, get paid. We're talking about find the people. So in the same sentence, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? They say yes, they say no. It is now time to tell a story. Tell your story, tell a community member's story, tell the CEO's story, tell the company's story, like why the company exists. Tell a story. Well, you've never considered real estate? Oh, cool. That doesn't even matter because let me tell you about my friend Christian. Right? He had never considered real estate either. But because someone opened his mind to making money in a different way, the guy had back-to-back $100,000 months last year. Okay, it doesn't have to be a long story. Some people think, okay, I need a platform and a stage and a script to tell a story. No, you don't. A story could be one sentence. Okay, I was talking to Carla at the pool yesterday, and I was telling her about an IMA that it was perfect. It was like it was a tell the story, build for events in one sentence. Who was I talking about? Anyway, the point is your stories don't have to be long. The story is 1 or 2 sentences. Okay? So let's talk about the 5 markets real quick. We got Seattle, Salt Lake, Denver, Vegas, Phoenix. Okay, so you don't have to learn a million stories, learn one for each market. And technically, just learn one. You don't even need to learn one for each market, just one story. Well, let's talk about this. So if we're in Phoenix, or you have a guest or a lead or someone in Phoenix, then depending on the age of the person, if they're over 50, I tell them Dr. G's story. Oh man, I got a teammate, he's 73, And last year he made $400,000 working part-time with us, right? He's been doing some fix and flips. He's got his son involved, his grandson involved. He made it a family affair, and the guy loves his life. Anyway, he's running a blah, 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 going to the event. But that was the story. $400,000 last year. Did some real estate, got his son involved, got his grandson involved. It's a family affair. He loves his life. Then you can build for the event. Okay, now if we were to go to Vegas, we talk about Lonnie, or we talk about Finau, or we talk about Clint, right? Anyone you know down there. But most likely your guests are going to meet Lonnie because she's running the meeting. She said, well, I want to tell you about Lonnie real quick. She came to us because she was desperate for money, like a lot of us, desperate for money. She was so broke she couldn't afford daycare, so she would take her daughter to work and hide her daughter under the desk so that she could still take care of her but still be on the clock. Well, they found out and they fired her. Then, because of that, then she just had this incredible downward spiral, lost her car, lost this, had to move, right? Just an uphill battle all day. Now, last year, she worked part-time and made $150,000. She made so much money that her husband doesn't need a job, and they had another kid. They got 2 daughters. They stay at home full-time. They get all the family time they want. They do their homeschooling. It's incredible. And what she did was part-time. So come learn how that works. It's next Wednesday. It's by invitation only. It's not open to the public. But if you want to meet her, I'll introduce you to her. Okay, that's Vegas. We pop up to Denver. And you can tell my story. Hey, I knew this kid who was riding his bike to Jiffy Lube, trying to pay his student loan payment, confused, working 15-hour days for $30,000 a year. What an idiot. No, I don't say that. What a confused guy. He's working his butt off, but not making any money. Anyway, he turned it all around. His first year, he quit both of his jobs, and now he makes over $500,000 a year. Would you like to hear his story? Would you like to meet him? He'll be training this Wednesday at the office. Now it's by invitation only. It's not open to the public. But you can come as my guest. Then we go into Salt Lake. We can tell Mitch's story. Right? We can tell Sadler's story. Mitch's story, well, Mitch was living in a condo, drowning in car debt, and lost his job. And so what he was doing was driving around town, doing odd jobs, trying to fix people's phones for $20 here, $50 here, trying to put it all together. Well, he came to a workshop, saw what we were up to, decided to come on board, and just last year he did 30 fix and flips, made over $750,000 just doing fix and flips. He hasn't used any of his own money, and he met everyone and all the resources at our group here. So if you'd like to see how that works, it's by invitation only. It's not open to the public, but if you'd like, you could be my guest. Would you like to be my guest? Yes, great. What is your email address? I'll register you. Okay, now if your person in Phoenix is younger than 50, then tell them about Amanda Miller. Or tell them about Keely Austin. Amanda Miller worked in property management for years, got laid off because the company she was working for couldn't do math. So she lost her job. Her husband's trying to work overtime, and they were struggling. They were falling behind on their bills, getting into collections. It was scary for them. And when we invited them to come take a look at this, they're like, how on earth are we going to buy this? They were already struggling. Well, they figured out a way to get involved, and just last year, they did several real estate deals. Guys, they bought a plot of land. It was a quarter acre, maybe a half acre plot of land for like $400. The guy bought it for like $15,000, and then Brandon bought it off this guy for $400. They just did a wholesale deal a couple months ago, made $25,000. They've been able to be stay-at-home parents for years. They're great community members, and this Thursday they're going to be doing a training at blah, 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 blah. It's by invitation only. It's not open to the public. But if you'd like, you could be my guest. Come and check it out. See how this whole thing works. So what I'm hoping you're noticing is it's the same thing over and over. If you do it with the right attitude, okay, do it with the right attitude, you become magnetic. People want to be around you. Okay, that enthusiasm is contagious. So the 3-foot rule, everywhere you go, just be friendly. If they're jerks, then stop talking to them. But for the most part, people want to know how to improve their lives, and they don't know who to ask. So you now have this tool, this invitation. You got to get out there and share it. 3-foot rule. Now, the same thing goes with our drop cards. Okay, you just pass out the drop cards. Put it in your hand, and all you got to do is, does this interest you? Does this interest you? Are you interested in this? If no, take the card back. If yes, say, great. Will you pull out your phone and text that number real quick, just so my guys back at corporate know that I'm out here working? They text the number, boom, you got your lead. Okay, someone will reach out to you. That's it. That's the 3-foot drop cards for live interaction. But now people also will put drop cards everywhere. Okay, I was in Atlanta hanging out with Debbie and Jim. Thanks for the amazing time, everyone down there. And I got to give it up to Debbie. Everywhere we went, she was dropping cards. Right? We went to a boat show, we went to restaurants, and we went to all sorts of things. And everywhere we went, she was just leaving drop cards about every 10 to 15 feet on shelves next to flyers, and people were picking them up, right? You go to the restaurant, you leave them on the table, you leave it when you leave your receipt, you go to the bathroom, leave a few in there, you just leave a few everywhere you go. To get your drop cards, go to gotprint.com, and you can get 5,000 for $50. You can get 5,000 drop cards for $50. And just put them out. You put out 5,000 drop cards, you'll get between, if you don't do the approach and you're just dropping them, you'll get between 50 and 100 leads. But if you do the approach, 5,000 leads. You give one for each card. If you actually went up to a person and said, hey, does this interest you? James, do you have a question? Okay, keeps coming off mute. Interesting. Okay, now the last one on lead gen that I spend my time on that helps me find more people is a meetup. I go to the meetups. Go to them. James, if you're coming off mute, ask your question. If not, quit messing with the mute button. All right. There we go. Okay, so with the meetup, remember what I said. It comes back to being contagious, magnetic, enthusiastic, grateful. When you go to your meetups, I want you to go to 2 kinds of meetups. Okay, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Let's talk about it again. 2 kinds of meetups. Okay, so you're going to go to industry-related meetups for your first one. Industry-related meetups, so the RIAs, right? The boot camp stuff that comes through town, the expos, right? The garden expo and the home expo and the boat expo and the ladies expo and this expo and that expo. All the expos. Every time we go to an expo, we sell at least one combo, right? You go rent a booth, couple $100. Maybe you bump it up to 1,000 so you can get a really nice spot at the expo. Put some carpet down so people want to stop and talk. And you can just build your business off of expos. You go get a booth, or you just go buy a ticket to enter and then go talk to all the booth owners. Hey, notice you own your own business. You're an entrepreneur. That's incredible. I train entrepreneurs in how to keep their money from taxes and interest. That wouldn't interest you, would it? And you just got that same approach. Hey, tell me about your business. Wow, that's great. You know what I do is I help connect business owners to professionals so that they can keep the money they earn instead of paying it out to taxes. That wouldn't interest you, would it? And depending on the expo, you could get 100 leads from that. Okay, so industry related. That's one type. The expos, stuff and things. Okay. And the other type of meetup is the fun meetup. The one that you like to do. Fun one. What do you like? What's your hobby? Is it remote boat racing in ponds? Or is it walking German Shepherds? Guess what? There's meetups for both of those, right? So if you're a dog person, guess what? There's meetups where only people who have this kind of dog meet up every Saturday at the park. Okay, so you go to the park, you bring your dog, you play, you just start talking. Oh, your dog's awesome. How old is your dog? Cool. Hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, cool. How long have you been doing that? And they're going to ask you, oh, well, I train entrepreneurs in how to take back their existence so they don't die like a punk. And we do that through education, real estate, and personal development. And they're going to go, wow, how can I find out more? Or they go, okay. If they're not interested, they're not interested. If they are, great. Stay connected. But you have instant rapport with these people. Why do you have instant rapport? Because you have the same hobby as them. Okay? So I go to car clubs, right? So I have a 73 Mustang. So that qualifies me to go to the Muscle Car Club. That qualifies me to go to the Ford Car Club. That qualifies me to go to the Mustang Club. And that qualifies me to go to the Classic Car Club. So I'll just go to all of them. I got one car, right? And Vanessa just bought a BMW. So she can go to the BMW club. She can go to the X5 club. She can go to the M club. Now we're just talking to all these people. Hey, how did you afford this car? What do you do? How does that work on your tax? And now we're talking to people who are thinking more, right? So I was talking to Scott about this last night. Say, hey, I'm going to go to these classic car clubs, and all I'm going to do is get a little banner or a poster next to my car that just says that has a picture of all my teammates' cars, right? The Mustangs, the Teslas, the Corvettes, the Aston Martins, right? We're going to get a picture of all those on one poster board, and then a plus sign. No, sorry. Bunch of houses, then the equal sign. I'm just going to draw it out. Okay. Here's me sitting on my chair, chilling, relaxing. Here's my car. I'm not really good with dimension stuff, so don't make fun of me. But over here on my poster, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the sign the cars. That's it. So all the other cars are lined up, that car, that car, right? We're just in a row of cars, and people are walking along. Ooh, cool car. Yeah, I know. Then they see the poster. Ask me how. Instant rapport again. How much is it going to cost me to make this poster? Maybe $100, right? Most meetups are free. These car clubs to join are free, right? Maybe you pay a once a year thing. But now I got all these people, and they're walking by. Man, wait, how did you get that car? That's awesome. That car's older than you. What are you doing? Well, I'm a real estate investor. It doesn't matter anymore. So that's, if you come back to our funnel, that was all just finding the people, right? Then gives us the opportunity to tell the story. We build the event, go to the event, and then we follow up, help them find the money, help them understand the comp plan. Help them see a better version of themselves if they participate in our personal development programs. The whole thing. Then ask for the order. Ask for the order. Ask for the order. Ask for the order. Hey, ask for the order. Ask for the order. If you're doing all of this, then guess what? Ask for the order. If you ask for the order, you get orders. If you don't ask, you don't get. Asking equals getting. If you don't ask, you don't get it. So ask for the order. Use all of this stuff we covered. Okay, go meet the people. Make sure you got your attitude of gratitude, your enthusiasm. Okay, make sure your looks line up with what you're saying you're doing. Okay. And then if you already have your network, you're going to reorganize your list and stay focused on this funnel. Find the people, tell the story, build for events, follow up week after week after week. Okay, we went overtime. I appreciate you guys staying late. This was awesome. Hope it was valuable for you. Wanda, thanks for coming out with the questions. Mike, thanks for your participation.
All right. Biggest takeaways from Mr. Michael Huggins. Type in the chat today. Oh, if we ask, we get. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to take a look at my notes here. To attract, be attractive, right? Attraction rule. So Pat says simple statements, repeated different scenarios. Yes. The thing I love about Michael is it's so simplistic and it's so easy, right? Very easy, very duplicatable. Okay. So repeated scenarios, connect with the same people, with the same hobbies. Doesn't matter how broke we are, we all want the same thing, a better lifestyle, and we provide that value. Attraction, friendly, energy, energetic, enthusiasm, keeping it simple. Right. So to attract, be attractive, right? And he says we do that with our attitude of gratitude, with our energy, and our enthusiasm. Right? Simple, easy questions. You ever consider getting involved in real estate investing, right? He gave us different strategies, different things he uses, right? So we don't need to be a advertising whiz. So there's a difference between advertising and marketing, right? And what he's showing you is how to be a marketer, right? And in real estate, you want to be a marketer. Advertising, running ads, generating leads, online leads, different things, that's different. You will never run out of leads if you know how to talk to people. Okay, he's talking about, following events. He told a lot about telling the story, right? Michael says if you appear enthusiastic about what you like, it attracts people to your energy. Energy, attitude, looks. People, the questions asked, why next to each name. Yes, he's very good at what he does. Very sharp. So we want to make sure that we're implementing it, right? Take 2 to 3 things out of each call and make sure you guys are implementing it and putting it to practical use, right? So simple, easy questions, telling the story, building for events. Okay. What else? He's very enthusiastic, sharp. It's nothing crazy, right, guys? He talked about confess and attack. That's something I use from time to time. I say I always go and I always start with I don't mean to be awkward, but right, it brings the guards down. And what I love about it is just so simple and easy. If we can, it's all about influencing and helping people, right? So we want to make sure we implement that. Make sure you guys go out there. Everybody on here, or not everybody's on. You guys need to make sure, did you guys, everybody that's on the call, did you guys get with your accountability partner over the week? Cool. You guys set those goals and those action items. Okay. I like it. I like it. Is there anything I can help you guys with before we end this call tonight? We have our team call tomorrow and then cash flow on Wednesday. Oh, and Pat, drop card question. So drop cards are like our audio business cards, but on a drop card. So it's high level information. So it's not a personal card. It's kind of like, it's a drop card, right? So, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? Real estate investing students wanted, you drop it on, you leave them somewhere. I have one, wanting to pay your 30-year mortgage off in a fraction of the time without any extra income for the Velocity Banking. And I'll show you some of those ones, but you can create a drop card. We have some examples I can show. Contact info, Velocity Bank, or, a Google Voice number. Yeah. And I'll show you examples for sure. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Congratulations for being on tonight. Moving and grooving. Hope you guys have a good one.